I don't know who discovered water, but it wasn't a fish. Sometimes you can't see something when you're in it. You ever heard that term, you can't see the forest for the trees? You right up to the threshold of where it's flat, plain grass, and then a dense forest. And you're looking for the forest, but it's just too many trees in the way. You can't see it. They're blocking you. I mean, you're trying to look for it. That's why coaches are so important. Be it a life coach, business coach, financial coach. You can't see it because you're too close to it. Can't see the forest for the trees. And it's a joke that I heard before that's connected to what I said in the beginning about whoever this unknown person who first said, this wet substance, I'm going to call this water. I'm pretty sure none of the fish were calling it water. They didn't even realize it was in it. It was this one joke where it was two young fish just, swimming together, hanging out, and a old fish comes along, low-key, calm, but jolly. And he says, "Good morning, fellas. The water's fine today, ain't it?" And he just kept on swimming along, and one of the young fish looked at the other and said, "What the fuck is water?" See, if you are over the age of 35, you've been through some things. You've overcome some obstacles. Think about your awareness today compared to what it would have been back when you were 20 or 21 or 22 or even 25. That age-old question, if you can go back and start over, would you? And a lot of people might say, shit, man, if I could, I would. If I could go back to 18 right now with the knowledge that I have now, oh yeah, game over. And then maybe take me anywhere from about 5 to 10 years to get my specialty together. So I'm starting at 18. Take me about 5 to 10 years to get my specialty together. So about 23, 28, I'm busting out the gate, jumping off the pot, multi-millionaire. And you like, all right, so if I'm a multi-millionaire by the time I'm 23, 28, shoot, now I got me next 30 years to live good. And since I'm starting at the latest 28, next 30 years, boom, I'm going to be balling until I'm 58. But guess what? Did you hear what I just said? 30 years from 28 is just 58. How many people you know that's older than that, 65, even 70, still out here kicking? I'll admit, some of them let themselves go. But all of y'all know that group of people that's 60, close to 70 years old, still look good, still sharp, still moving around. It's because science has set itself up to where we are able to enjoy life longer than what it used to be. So, yeah, best case scenario, you had it all figured out at 18, and by the time you were 28, you were living a multimillionaire lifestyle. But even if you're 38, even if you're 48, you still potentially have another 20, 30, 40 more years of living. Make right now 18. You're 38, you're 18. With the knowledge you have now, do something about it. Oh, you're 48, you're 48. You're 18 now. With the knowledge you have now, do something about it. Because if you're 48, by the time you're 58, whatever you specialize. Now, matter of fact, let's take that 10 years back, because now that you have all this knowledge, you failed so many times, you know what not to do, right? So here it is. You got to have the principles to avoid failure, because you can line up 100, 200, 1,000 people and ask them to define success, and neither one of them will say the same thing. But everybody describes failure in the same way. Og Mandino says failure is man's inability to accomplish what they wanted to do, regardless of what it was. You failed so many times, it's almost impossible for you to fail again. So yeah, it might have taken you 10 years to figure it out, and then by the time you were 28, you was getting it. If you have that mindset of an 18-year-old coming straight out of high school with the knowledge you have now at 48, by the time you 50, multimillionaire lifestyle. A lot of these companies that you see selling for multi-million dollars, they're just 3-year-old companies, 5-year-old companies. You can have an idea, get a company started, and if you line yourself with the right coaches, the right business coaches, the right life coaches, the right financial coaches, they'll put you in place. Definitely. So act like you are an 18-year-old, no matter what age you are. Coming straight out of school with the knowledge you have now, tell yourself that, because you got another 20, 30, 40 plus years to go. Because when you're in it, you can't see it. Right now, y'all don't realize that science is allowing us to live longer, more youthful. So yeah, back in the day, starting right now at 35, you starting too late. Maybe that was the case, because back in the day, everybody was dying by the time in their 50s. 60s. That's why the retirement age is in the 60s. That's when people, the government got to be real strategic about it. We ain't going to set the retirement age too young. Y'all hitting us up for all this money that we done blew. Nah, we going to set the retirement age based off when, most people are passing away. But y'all living longer. Y'all living the 80, 90. Still, man, my granddaddy 90 years old. He's still driving. Come on. My granny, 80 plus years old, she's still driving. I ain't talking about one of them drivers, every time you look at them, they got a new dent in their car, said the tree jumped out in front of them. Nah, they driving and driving very well. Got smartphones. Texting. Watching YouTube. Talking about followers. So if you are of a certain age and you think it's too late, you too close to it. You don't see it. You need somebody to tell you that you're swimming in water right now. So swim. My name is Randolph Love III. I'm a wealth strategist. I help people avoid financial catastrophe. I help people make money, make babies. And they say, what do you mean make money, make babies? I say, if you can impregnate $100 bill, wouldn't you? I would. This is the Entrepreneurs Podcast.